Priya Chetty-Rajagopal joins us at this stage. Priya, nobody seems to care. I mean, the Prime Minister has spoken about, the RSS chief has said that do not begrudge people of another faith their religion, right? The Prime Minister has spoken about an outreach to Muslims in this country, and yet in Karnataka this is happening. So that's all talk. It doesn't translate to action on the ground. Is that correct?
It doesn't. And, all I can say is, while I'm listening to this conversation, I'm sorry, but who really cares? At this point, when this conversation is about a historical figure which will remain in history with an impact or whatever, where are the issues on the ground today where we're talking about infrastructure issues as far as the state are concerned? Those are things that we need to hear about. I noticed that when we had this huge infrastructure breakdown a couple of months ago, especially in the rains, the conversation was around something called love jihad, which the average person is completely uninterested in, especially when they're falling into potholes or getting run over or, stuck in traffic for 2-3 hours because of bad planning. So for me, as a citizen of the state and a very, very beloved and, very loyal citizen of the state, this kind of conversation is almost always an insult to our collective intelligence. It is almost always a confirmation that while we settle down in terms of, how we're going to do our weightage and figure out who we're going to align with, we're going to send all these smoke screens up. So you're going to be very confused with what the conversation is really about. And that, if you ask me, I think is extremely disrespectful to the voting population, who is getting more and more aware and asking for more and more in terms of in manifestos, what are the focus areas, etc. And this is a non-issue. I am not decrying the fact that this figure is a very controversial one. There are a lot of divided inputs and opinions. I completely respect both sides of the opinions on this historical figure. But we have many such historical figures, and we still sort of manage in our own kind of way. We still have a Queen Victoria statue.
Okay.
So how does it matter? As a citizen, I'm asking the political parties who are here, who I deeply, I'm sure they have the best interest for the state, that in all this conversation, have you once talked in all these highfalutin, historical figures and who's going to kill whom, which I think is a very poor and bad taste. What do the citizens need? What is your duty as a politician? And what is it that you want to give us?